Warning, this video may be disturbing for some people. If so, I've linked a video for those to be free of these creepy places. Keep calm and enjoy. These are the top 5 creepiest places in the world. Coming in at number 5 we have Suicide Forest in Japan. This forest at the base of Mount Fuji is a type of special spot where over 500 people have gone to commit suicide since 1950. Signs have been placed to persuade people to stop. Were these people just curious or simply distraught? Coming in at number 4 is the Cambridge Military Hospital in England. This was in use for 118 years until it closed down in 1996 due to high cost and asbestos in the walls. It is now abandoned, and as you can probably tell, it is not one of the nicest places to see. It doesn't look very welcoming. Third in the top 5 is the Island of the Dolls. Dan Julian Santana, the caretaker of the island, claims he found a girl who had drowned in the surrounding waters. A doll was found floating with the girl, and Dan hung it on the tree and carried out with this type of memorial for 50 years until he too drowned. The island is now a tourist attraction as people can add to this memorial. And is this the real reason why the doll appeared on the trees? Second on this top 5, I think, is one of the proper creepiest places I've seen when I first saw it. Oh my gosh, I didn't know what to think, but I'll tell you a bit about it. This church was abandoned after a tragic accident in 1968 where the roof collapsed during a funeral service. The ghost sculptures were added by an artist which helped bring in tourists, which I feel makes it one of the most creepiest places on this planet. The scariest place, or what I thought, you probably heard about it in some sort of creepypasta, which there'll be a link in the description below to go and read more on it. So this is Treasure Island in the Bahamas. Disney spent $30 million on this resort. It didn't turn out like they hoped it would. So all of a sudden it shut down, and in anger things were smashed by once employed workers and locals who was always against the idea of the island. All the information about the island just got wiped and it couldn't be found anywhere. There wasn't a location or anything unless you researched and found some sort of maps from the time it was built. So when you first go into it, there's a big sign in the front saying abandoned by Disney. This must have been put there by the locals that were trying to vandalize this area once it shut down. When you're inside, you may hear voices, conversations going on, and if you keep going further and further, finding another sign saying abandoned by Disney, you will find the creepiest thing I've ever heard. This is Mickey Mouse. So when I read up on the story, it said that this Mickey Mouse stood up onto his feet, and as the person took a picture of him, the cameras broke. Mickey Mouse then said, "Hey, wanna see me take off my head?" as he ripped off his own head and bled it yellow. And so the guy just ran for his life, but as he turned around, he saw one last carving on the wall that said abandoned by God. I think this is like one of the creepiest stories I've ever heard. I don't know if I would want to even see the island. I wouldn't even want to be away from it, the other side of the river. But maybe one day I might end up visiting one of these places. If so, I would like you to tell me which one in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this hair-raising video, and if so, subscribe for more.